Well, hello, Investy Besties. Good morning and welcome to all of you whenever you're watching this channel. My name is Shilise. I am a newly 40-year-old mama and wife and worker bee who is trying to get to financial freedom. I am documenting my journey here on YouTube. No, I am not a financial advisor. I am an investor. Like you, I'm in the trenches, okay? I am buying and holding long term. And so I'm just hoping to motivate you to continue to invest. Don't blindly follow after me or anyone else. Just be motivated to continue your journey, okay? As always, beware of scammers, fake pages. I am only active here and on Instagram. Always confirm. If someone reaches out to you, if someone says they can buy and sell crypto and all that, it's a lie, and you need to make sure you know that you confirm with me. Always use wisdom. So today I have some exciting news. So SCHD last night, I'm on the East Coast, so I got this news alert around 4 p.m. Eastern. And it was some big news, okay? Schwab Asset Management announces that several of their ETFs will be going through a share split, okay? So you probably have heard of share splits or stock splits in the past. Don't worry, we will go over that a little bit. I know there are probably a ton of videos already released about SCHD split. I know Professor G, which I really enjoy his channel, he put his out literally within like 2 hours. I don't know how these content creators can turn around their content like that. I cannot have so much going on, but you will be seeing this video in the morning. I usually post in the afternoon, but this is just good news to share. So, like I said, Schwab Asset Management announced several of the ETFs will be doing splits. Okay, so I will have this direct link to this article down below so that you can go ahead and click on it and watch it, read it rather. It is not a hard read. It is not difficult by any means. But yeah, so last night or yesterday late afternoon, Schwab announced that several of their ETFs will be having share splits. Now, share splits, whether it's ETFs or stocks, they are not unusual. I mean, NVIDIA was probably the most popular recent one a couple months ago where they did like a huge stock split. I think everybody was talking about it. It was all over social media, all in the news. I even documented it here on my channel. I even have a community post still up talking about our shares being split. Now you may ask yourself why? Like, why would Schwab do a split? And honestly, it could be for several reasons. I think one of the popular ones is to make the ETF accessible to more retail investors. Remember, if you are investing with Schwab, like on their platform, they do not allow you to buy fractional shares. So if you are a new investor and you only had $50, right? Because again, inflation is a real thing. People are losing their jobs. And so they still want to invest, but they may not have as much money. And so if they had a Schwab platform that they were using, they're not able to buy SCHD with fractional shares, which I really do think, side note, Schwab folks, if you're watching this, like, you got to come on with the program, okay? I do enjoy Schwab, but if Fidelity and Vanguard, Cash App, Robinhood, all of the bigger platforms allow for fractional shares, I think Schwab should allow it as well, especially for their own based or in-house ETFs. Like SCHD is a Schwab created ETF or fund. So, I think that they should kind of, come on with it. But you can see right here that several of their ETFs are doing a split, okay? Now, I want you to remember that splits does not change the value of the security. So you may see when the split takes effect, you may see SCHD fall, the price. The value is still the same. It did not tank. It did not crash. It's not, going nowhere or anything like that. The value is exactly the same. It's just you're getting more shares and they're reducing the cost to give access to more people, okay? Same with the dividend. I'm going to show you that in a few minutes, so just bear with me. But these are some of the funds that will be a part of that split, okay? So you have SCHG. So if you are into like a growth ETF, and this is a pretty solid one, they are going through the split as well. Excuse me, guys. My kid is up. SCHD also is going to be a part of that split. And I want us to look at this really closely. So the record date. So you need to own these ETFs by the record date. They're all listed here. Like I said, it is on October 9th. I will give you the link to this article so you can go and you can download it to your phone or to your computer and you can have it with you so you understand. Okay. But the ETF share splits, and they have it right here. So it's not like you got it kept in the dark right here. The ETF share split will apply to shareholders of record at the close of the markets on October 9th. So when the stock market closed at 4 p.m. Eastern on October 9th, okay, it will be recorded who owns SCHD, who owns SCHG, who owns SCHM. They will record it, and it will be payable at the close of the markets on October 10th. You see right here? All right here, okay? That is when the split will take effect, okay? Now, the net asset value per share, okay, you want to make sure that you understand what this is. Side note, I do have a beginner investing playlist. So if you want to understand things like this, or what a Roth is, what ETFs are, right? How you can understand like ex-dividend dates and all of that. Check out that beginner investing playlist because I make it very easy. I pull up our own accounts so that you can have a visual and you can understand, what's, going on, if that makes sense. Okay. So forward ETF share split increases the number of shares outstanding, so the number of shares available, and it decreases the NAV or the net asset value per share. Okay. And like I said, share splits will not change the value of your investment. Though you may see your average price change, though you may see the price of the actual ETF change, the value is still the same. Okay. I'm trying to make sure I stress, do not panic. Okay, so for SCHD, you see right here, I'm just trying to highlight it. Try to highlight only that. Okay, well, I can't. It's highlighting everything, but you can see it, the second line. Okay, it is doing a 3-for-1 split. So every one share you have of SCHD, you're going to get 3 of them on the 10th. 3, okay? So we have 550 shares of SCHD. That means on October 10th, we are going to have 1,650 shares of SCHD because it would have taken effect, okay? Now, just to show you some quick math so that you can see that the value is the same. SCHD just announced that the dividend they are paying for this quarter is 75 cents per share. Now, it may be 75 but 75 cents per share, okay? So if the 550 shares that we received, and you see it up on your screen, times 75 cents per share, is about $412 we are expecting to receive in a dividend. When stock splits happen, our stocks, the share size increased to 1,650, but remember the dividend will be also impacted by the split. It will be like split in thirds. So that 75 cents will turn into 25 cents per share. But again, the value stays the same because look at the math. 1,650 shares that we will have post-split times, let's say, the post-split dividend of 25 cents still equals $412 that we will receive in a dividend. So remember, the dividend yields usually stay the same. Also, I want you to keep in mind that whenever ETF splits happen or stock splits happen, like with NVIDIA, usually the stock does pull back some. This happened a couple months ago. We all saw it with NVIDIA. When the stock split happened, I think it got into the 140s, I believe. And then it came all the way down to, I think, like in the 90s. Do y'all remember that? And I remember grabbing like 5 shares or so. I actually made a post about it. And I think several of you commented that you also bought on the dips. And if SCHD has a pullback or any of these particular funds, SCHG, etc., remember, if the ETF is solid, it's performing well over the past couple years, they have good, like the positions inside of it, like the different companies are good companies, and it's growing, just continue to buy and hold, continue to dollar cost average. I did not get scared out of NVIDIA when it came all the way back down to in the 90s. If anything, I bought more. So again, you want to make sure that if it does fall back, if it does pull back post-split, it's okay. I think this is a solid move. Again, I was wondering when I first saw it, like, why even do a split? It's not even like the stock is expensive, but it may be just a strategic move. Maybe not the smartest, but more strategic. They want to get more of the retail investors. They know the economy, or inflation is having a big impact, and they want to get those retail newer investors who can buy a whole share at 27, 28, 29 bucks versus, let's say, VOO, which is at 525, 26 bucks. And keep in mind, I wanted to also show you guys that VTI has gone through a stock split in the past. Their stock split was a couple years back. It was June 18th of 2002. 2008. And also VOO has had a stock split. Their last one was October 24th, 2013. And then I pulled up an article from PR Newswire when Vanguard in February of 2023 announced that 6 of their ETFs also went through a split. And these were the ETFs right here: IVOO, IVOV, IVOG. You can see them right here. They're all right here. So ETFs going through stock splits is not unusual, right? It happens. It doesn't happen as often as stocks do, but they do happen. I think Walmart had theirs a couple months back. I think it was like the split happened at about $50 or so. And so, look at splits as an opportunity to invest more into the company if you believe in it. Do your research. That's very important. That's why I'm pulling up these links, and I'll leave them down below, because I think knowledge is power. It will allow you to have a better understanding so that you're not scared out of the market or out of a ETF that's pretty good like SCHD, because you feel like, oh my goodness, the price of the stock is tanking and I got to take my money out. That's not what's happening here. The value does not change. Okay. I just want to make sure I say that. So what are our plans? Like, what are we doing moving forward? So you guys know I cannot just leave it at 1,650 shares. I've been saying the past couple months on my channel, we're paused because we met our share size goal. I talk about share size goal all the time on my channel. I have a dividend book that I use to document this, and a spreadsheet. If you want your own, I did create them. Information is down below, but we reached 550 shares. So we were like, we're paused. We're going to focus on SPLG and a few others to build those share sizes up. Of course, things are going to have to adjust a little bit, because having 1,650 shares, after or starting on the 10th of October, I'm going to want 2,000 shares. My husband and I were talking about this last night. Like, we're going to want to get to 2,000 shares. So that is our new goal. 2,000 shares of SCHD, right? We are not in a hurry though. We are not planning on achieving this in a month, 2 months, 3 months. We still are focused on building up SPLG and some of the other stocks and funds that we love in our portfolio, but we will be actively investing in SCHD. It may be a couple shares here and there. My daughter, who's 18 years old, and she has her own brokerage account, she will be also buying this, because as she says, it's in her budget. You can't beat $27, $28 post, October 9th, for someone who has a part-time job, who's trying to still save and invest, but want to spend her money. She's 18. So, yeah, I wanted to come on and give you guys a quick update. To those of you who are in our dividend finance group, we do meet tomorrow, which is Friday evening, for 2 whole hours. So information is down below if you want to sign up. But again, let me know down below, what are your thoughts with this split, not just with SCHD, but with all of the other funds. You see right here, all of them are listed right here. So you can see like SCHG will be a 4-for-1. FNDA, which is the Schwab Fundamental U.S. Small Company ETF, that's a 2-for-1. So they're different, split ratios, but, the value is still the same. So again, let me know down below what you think. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Smash notification button so that you don't miss an upload. And I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one.